Candlestick Park, a stadium that has housed numerous championship teams, plays host for this evening's matchup between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, friends. Jim Nantz alongside Phil Simms, and you have to love, Phil, this matchup. It's one of the great rivalries around the league. There's so much bad blood. There's the history of close games, and these teams will do anything to claim bragging rights against the other.
Well, when you talk about the Giants and 49ers playing, it seems like for so many years, every one of those games was always in the national spotlight, Jim, and we're talking about two storied franchises that have won multiple Super Bowls. So when they get together, even this year, both teams playing extremely well. It's going to be fun to watch.
When you would play in this game and attach it to what it's going to be like here today, having to travel coast to coast for one of these teams and knowing always the pride it's in each of those two franchises, what's it like?
Well, it's awesome. You know, there's nothing like playing in a big game where the attention is on you and the focus, and you know that both of you, even if you don't want to give the other team credit, you know you're both arguably top 5 football teams in the National Football League. So if you go out and win, you're sending a little story to the rest of the league, but also you're telling yourself, hey, we're pretty good.
Okay, let's head down to the field now for the start of this one. David Akers lining up for the kickoff. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. And here's two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback out of Ole Miss, Eli Manning, taking the field.
Eli Manning coming off the best year of his career, threw the football better than ever, got it done in the clutch in the fourth quarter, overtimes. When you needed a big play, Eli Manning got it done.
Double tight end formation.
First down and 10. The throw to the left. That's a conversion, the first of the day. Give him a new set of downs.
Always hard to pick up that first down. Good job by the offensive coordinator, designing some plays, keeping the defense off balance to get his team in rhythm.
The quarterback mixing things up at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to go up top again on first down. Going across the middle. When you look at the lineups, a player to watch, of course, is Hakeem Nicks.
Hakeem Nicks has turned into a receiver that can do it all for your football team. Good size, he has long arms, and probably the biggest hands in the NFL. When you have to get your gloves specially made to fit those hands, if I was a quarterback, I'd find ways to get him the football.
Play clock's running down. They'll run it off the toss. Trying the right side. Shoved out of bounds.
What a way to start the game on offense. Picking up another first down for them. They are in rhythm, and now no matter what they call, they're going to feel like they're going to make it happen.
First down here.
Quarterback drops back, play action. Looking to the right side and throwing. Right past one player.
Quarterbacks love play action passes because the defense, sometimes they're expecting run. You fake it, easy completion down the field.
Offense lines up here.
First and 10. Ahmad Bradshaw with the carry. And a gain of 4.
Number 44 hits the call.
Taking a look at the defensive lineups. Dante Whitner, a player to watch today.
So aggressive when you watch him out here in San Francisco. Attacks the line of scrimmage, makes those tackles, and fast enough and mobile enough like a corner to cover whoever's coming down the field his way.
Second down following the run.
Staying on the ground. He'll be brought down, but not before picking up the first down.
Nice job that time, getting that extra yard and getting that first down. This offense methodically just marching down the field.
There's the quarterback barking out new signals. First and 10. Pumps, fakes the throw. No way that would be completed.
You are not going to be an accurate quarterback, of course, when you're under this kind of pressure. Doesn't even have time to set his feet. Another throw offline.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Fumble. Here is the former overall #1 pick of the draft by way of Utah, quarterback Alex Smith.
Alex Smith has physically improved just about every year he's been in the league. And, of course, with Jim Harbaugh being his coach, an ex-NFL quarterback, a tremendous teacher of the position. And we've seen the improvement. It's been fast, that's for sure, with Alex Smith. And, you know, what a job. That's all you can say, the success the 49ers are having.
It's first down as they head to the line, trying to make something happen. And here he goes. And he's going to slide feet first. Keep an eye on this man right here, Vernon Davis, in this game.
If Vernon Davis wasn't so big, you could play him at wide receiver because he has the speed of a wide receiver. And we've seen it so many times. He can take a 5-yard catch and turn it into an 80-yard touchdown.
After that grab, it's now 2nd down and 2. Breaks free. There's the tackle, but still, it's enough for the first down.
Nothing like seeing a complete offense. That's what we're watching here today. Yes, we know they can throw it, but what they're showing us here, they can grind out some first downs running the football too.
First down on the way.
Look at that. The defensive line, everybody's shifting to the right.
He gets it again on this drive.
Number 21 on the carry. 1 yard.
As we look at this defense, there is Jason Pierre-Paul, someone you have to be very aware of all game long.
The problem with Jason Pierre-Paul, if you block him, it still might not be enough. His arms are so long, he'll still reach back there and grab the quarterback. But he's powerful, he's fast, he's got long arms, everything you want in an elite pass rusher.
Second down now. Looking across the middle. The pass doesn't find a mark.
Nice job of the offensive line that time. Quarterback has all day. Nobody open, though. Another incompletion.
Third down. Tight ends in motion here. They'll go shotgun here. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Pulls it in. He's in for the score.
Well, it was a long throw and catch by the quarterback and receiver, but that was absolutely awful coverage by the defense. They were out of position, and they give up the long touchdown throw.
The 49ers for the extra point. Makes the PAT. And following the extra point, the 49ers are leading by 7. The Giants prepared to return the kickoff. He's brought down at the 25-yard line. The Giants come onto the field for their next series. A little dime package here for the defense. Out of the shotgun formation. Getting away from the pressure. Working that left side. Just had to avoid the sack. Incomplete.
Really good job that time by the quarterback. Nice. Get out of the pocket. Find some extra time to throw it, but Look at the receivers. Well, look at the defenders all over the receivers down the field. There was nowhere to throw it.
Second down here. Looking at every option. And he's tackled at the 32-yard line.
7-yard gain on the play.
It'll be third down. The quarterback has his team's attention here. Third and 3. He'll throw it over the middle. That pass looks like a little miscommunication.
Not much you can say about that incompletion. The receiver was open. The quarterback just made a bad throw. Good decision, but a terrible throw.
Again, we'll try to return this one.
Of course, Jim, you and I would have called a fair catch there because you know why? We're cowards. Who'd want to take this kind of punishment when the defender's all around you?
49ers are getting set for their next possession. They come to the line, and it's first down. Play action. The quarterback throws to the right. Breaks the tackle, and he's knocked out of bounds.
It's just a good example of how the NFL has changed. If you want a big play, you don't always have to throw it down the field or design something special. To throw it to these wide receivers short, we can see they're able to take short passes, break tackles, and with their talent, they get long gains.
That long gain sets them up here on this play. Now first and 10. Frank Gore gets it here. Swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Loss of 1.
And now they'll try over again on second down. They feed him the ball again. Tackle down at the 42-yard line.
Nothing like the draw play. Get those defensive ends rushing up the field to hit the quarterback. Boom, you hand the football off. Big running lanes. That's why it works so well.
Here, a split backfield. Third down and 5. And he wants to throw it across the middle. Always aware of the chains. He's got the catch, and he's got the first.
This is what drives coaches crazy. You make the quarterback throw it short, then you can't come up and make the tackle, and you give up a long gain. You got your players in position. That's all you can do. Now it's up to them to make a play.
First down here after the completion. Tight end in motion. Back to the air here on first down. Incomplete.
Well, it's all about timing when you talk about a quarterback and receiver. They both got to be on the same page, know what each one is expecting from the other. That time it was not there. That's why we have another incompletion.
The defense comes out in the nickel. Second and 10. Trying to work the middle of the field. Hauls it in for the first down.
Good job by the offense. Another first down. The defense absolutely is getting tired. And when you get tired, you make mistakes.
These defensive backs are ready for a battle.
The defensive line, they're shifting. They're getting into a spread look. I think they think this is going to be a pass.
Looking for an open receiver on the right. Kenny Phillips brings him down.
When you're a quarterback and you're running in this NFL, you have to slide. You don't even have the pads or the muscles to protect yourself. Get down.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. 2nd down and 8, challenging the defenders to the right side.
Another first down by the offense. The defense is definitely getting fatigued, and when you get fatigued, you cannot think, so look out.
Play is brought to a stop here before the snap because upstairs the review booth says, hold on a minute. Every touchdown is reviewed, and now confirmation the touchdown will stand. The 49ers for the extra point. Count it. And following the extra point, the 49ers lead by 14. 49ers setting up for the kickoff. Good piece of tackling. The defense comes out in the nickel. 1st down and 10. Looking to the right side and throwing. No defender near him. Makes the catch.
Well, the quarterback gets the completion. It's going to look good on the stat sheet, but there was no chance of getting the first down by catching and running against this defense. Quarterback's got to be a little braver and throw the football down the field.
This will be 2nd down. The formation here, shotgun. Challenges the coverage. It has the completion. Wasting little time. The quarterback's calling something out. Split backfield here. 3rd down and 3. Running away from the sack. The tackle was made, but the first down is picked up.
The ball carrier on the play. Gain of 7.
They've got a first down now after that catch. Drop back, shotgun formation. He'll fire it out to the left. Shove to the sideline.
When you see defenses playing man-to-man coverage, what they are saying, we are going to force the quarterback to make an accurate throw. Well, that time, that was accurate. That's why they got the completion.
Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. Snap back to the quarterback, out of the gun. Stands in the pocket. The ball is out. He picks up the fumble, and he's going to try and run with it.
One thing coaches hate when their offense is on the field is fumbling the football, because a lot of times it's just bad fundamentals. But they're lucky this time. They have the fumble. They're able to get on top of it.
Extra DBs all over the field. Safety valve time. Nowhere else to go, and he's out of bounds.
Nice job by the quarterback. Nobody open down the field. He throws it short. It does not get a first down, but it sure makes 3rd down a lot easier.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. 3rd down and 10. The quarterback throws the pass. Should be a routine punt. Waves his arm, and he's going to make a fair catch. No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. Defense respecting the deep ball, playing way off the receivers. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. 1st and 10. Strong eye handoff here. That brings the play to an end.
When you see a long run like that, you know what it does? It just breaks the will of the defense. In the NFL, it's all about passing. We see all these wonderful things, but when it comes down to it, who can win the war up front? And you win the war by running the football. Great job by the offensive line that time.
This will most likely be the final play before the half ends.
So that's going to do it for this first half. We'll be back with our halftime report after the break.
Giants ready to kick it away. He's got a chance to return this one. Tackles made.
25 yards. Number 32 on the return.
Nickel formation for the defense here. 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's the handoff. The defense gets the sack.
If you can see the defense is going to try to pressure you as a quarterback, you've got to know how to adjust. So don't give those play action fakes. Get in position and get rid of that football.
Playing press coverage to the outside. The offensive line gets in position. Can they protect their quarterback? Gains 14.
When you move in the pocket just a little bit, what do? You give yourself a nice throwing lane. You can see down the field. You're able to spot the open guy and make the throw.
It's 3rd down coming up. Quarterback tosses it to the outside. The tackle is made short of the first, and that'll bring up 4th down. Punters all set here. He's going to try and return this one. This big return's going to set up his team in excellent field position. Giants ready to take over the football. They bring in an extra defensive back. It's now 1st and 10. Right where it had to be.
Well, I guess the best thing to say there, Jim, is they completed the pass, but it still did not get a 1st down.
Split backfield here. The quarterback's hollering out instructions. 2nd down and 1. Here's the handoff to Ahmad Bradshaw. The tackle's going to be made, but he's beyond the 1st down marker.
Yeah, the draw play, it's been around forever, and it is still a valuable asset to all offenses. Make the defense think pass, you hand it off, you get them retreating, and you can pick up a few extra yards.
First down here. Back to the ground, running right through the trenches. That last play made by Patrick Willis.
Power running. A lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards.
And it's now 2nd down and 5 after running it on 1st down. The Giants now move the chains.
Sometimes you got to give the coaches credit. They design a play that's smart, easy for the players to manage, and what we got there is a throw and a catch, and now they have a pretty good chance of getting a 1st down.
1st down and 10. Play action. Quarterback has it on his hip, and now looking to throw.
Well, it was an awesome job that time by the quarterback getting out of the pocket. He keeps the play alive and able to throw it down the field for a nice completion.
That pass play picked up only 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up. Running for his life. He's brought to a halt.
Number 10 on the carry. Gain of 2 on the play.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. 3rd and 4. Throwing now to his left.
Well, it's another first down for the offense, and I'll tell you who the happiest guys are here in this stadium right now. It's the defensive players sitting over on the sideline, getting a drink of water, having a little oxygen, the fan blowing on them. It's nice this time of day to be a defender.
15 minutes to go. Back after this word from your local station. We welcome you back to the action as the 4th quarter is about to begin. The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. From the gun. Reaches in, and that pass is incomplete.
He's such a smart linebacker. That's one of the reasons why he was able to knock that pass down that time. He diagnosed the play. He saw what it was going to be, got himself in position, and he made it happen.
The wide receiver shifting around in motion. 2nd down and 10. Bradshaw trying to power his way right up the middle.
Well, what you try to do so many times in the NFL, do the unexpected. The defense is expecting pass all the way. Everybody's running to the quarterback. What do? You confuse them. You mix them up. You run the draw play. That's why it was an easy run.
Going across the middle. That's been the story of this game. Another 3rd down conversion to move the chains.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of. Look at the hand signals he's given to the receiver outside.
Play fake here. Ball's on the ground. That'll stop the play right there.
Well, that time the offense fumbles the football, but the defense hit them so hard, there's no chance of hanging on. Hits the ground and the defense recovers.
The 49ers getting set now for their next series. The offense pinned back in an awful position. Breaks free. Knocked out of bounds.
When you see a long run like that, you know what it does? It just breaks the will of the defense. In the NFL, it's all about passing. We see all these wonderful things, but when it comes down to it, who can win the war up front? And you win the war by running the football. Great job by the offensive line that time.
Looking long. He brings it in, and he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, you saw why defensive backs can't sleep the night before the game when they play against this quarterback. Beautiful long throw down the field for the big completion.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. Quarterback taking the snap from the shotgun. Reaches in, knocks it away.
Play doesn't even have time to develop. The quarterback is under so much pressure, he's throwing it before these receivers are even ready.
In the red zone.
Let's go.
2nd down and 7. And the give to Frank Gore.
Number 21 with the carry. Gain of 2.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. The defense looking for one more stop here on 3rd down after that run. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun, looking for a receiver on the left side here. This time, they fail to pick up the first on 3rd down. A rare occurrence here today. Chip shot here. the kick is good.
Well, this guy's a machine. Every time he gets a chance to go out there and kick a field goal, it is right down the middle. Good job by the offense, good job by the kicker.
Tackled down at the 22. First down, offense readying for the snap. Out of the gun. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Giants get a first down, and he's taken out of bounds.
Look at that throwing lane that time. My gosh, it looks like the Lincoln Tunnel. Nobody in the line of sight for the quarterback. Clear view down the field and a nice throw.
First down following the long play. And he's taken down.
You know, when you get sacked like that, it just comes down to quarterback. I hate to put all the pressure on him, but you have to know it. In this league, the rules, you can throw it away, so no use holding on to that football and taking those hits, and most importantly, and losing those yards and putting your team in a tough position.
Great coverage there on that pass attempt.
They call that the moment of truth. It's a beautiful throw down the field, but the defensive back, he waits until it's time to make that jump. He defends the pass. What a good job by the defensive back.
This will probably be the last play before the 2-minute warning here in the final quarter. Someone's been injured out there. Hold on a minute.
I think you can just tell by the body language and the way he's acting, that is an upper body injury. Hope it's not severe. We'll let you know as soon as we find out.
How about this? They're trying to pick up the first down on 4th down, forgetting the punt. Dropping back to throw. That pass incomplete.
Good job by the defense that time. 4th down, they were ready for everything. Very aggressive, fast. They make the play, and this could change the game around.
49ers come onto the field now for this next series. What a place to start for the offense. 1st and 10. Gore. They break through. Tackle him behind the line.
The ball carrier. Loss of 3.
They look like they're loaded up for the blitz here. 2nd and 13. Back to the running back. And gains maybe 4.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
3rd down and 8. He'll fire it out to the left. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Good job by the defense. They're well taught, well schooled by the defensive coordinator. They know in situations like this, if it's thrown short of the first down marker, they're good. They come up, make the tackle. Now we have 4th down.
The kick is through for 3.
Jim, they get the field goal there that time, and it keeps the momentum on their side. It's positive energy. It makes you feel good. Now we'll see if the defense can carry it on.
David Akers lining up for the kickoff. Nice tackle. Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. The quarterback throws to the right. That catch good for a 1st down. Steps out of bounds.
The quarterback that time realized it was zone coverage. He just waited for the defense to get out of position, and he threw it to the open hole.
Let's see what they do on 1st down following that huge play. Squeezes it into coverage for about 4.
Well, they complete the pass, Jim, but doesn't get the 1st down. Sooner or later, you got to throw one down the field. Good job here by the quarterback. He doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
They're going to get him here for a sack.
Well, defensive tackles so many times are in charge of stopping the run, but not this time. The big fellow, good move at the snap of the football, gets in that backfield and gets the sack.
3rd and a long way to go. Getting sacked again.
There's a couple ways to get to the quarterback. Run over the tackle or run around him. It doesn't matter as long as you get the sack.
That's going to do it here in this one. And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up, brought to you by Gatorade. Down in the locker room right now, Phil, what do you think the atmosphere is after this kind of loss today?
Well, it's about as bad as you can imagine it, Jim. You know, you put so much work into these games, and after you lose, you're physically beat, you're emotionally down, and you carry it for a couple of days, and then you get on to your next opponent.
So for Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long for now.